I would like to share a story. So, when my mom was pregnant with me, after she gave birth, she immediately had to go back to work, and so did my dad. So times were rough and it was tight, but my grandma stepped in. She only lived a couple blocks away, but she stepped in to take care of me. And she was my best friend. We practically grew up together, and she taught me obedience, manners, and respect. And so to keep me busy, she enrolled me in swim lessons at the age of 4, which was the minimum age requirement. And before you knew it, I was a great swimmer, ended up joining my local rec team a couple years later. So as life goes on, and I've met more people, specifically the people that are in my life right now, a lot of my friends do not know how to swim. And honestly, that's quite shocking to me because I started swimming at a very young age. So, as I have gathered you here today, I would like to share my plan. I think that all public and private schools should implement a swimming program into their curriculum, as it is a necessary life skill and, quite frankly, an activity that most people enjoy. And I think it should start as low as elementary school all the way up to high school. So now, here's a little riddle. What word looks the same backwards and looks the same upside down? It swims. Here's a little visual. Yes. You get it. Okay, so now moving on to all the reasons why a swimming program should be implemented and all the benefits. The first one is that learning to swim is such a necessary skill because it reduces the risk of drowning, but increases the use of self-rescue or rescuing others. So it is a fact, according to Drowning Death Rise, published in 2024, 40 million adults don't know how to swim, which is 15% of the whole population in the US. And 54% have never taken a class. So due to this crisis, there are about 4,500 deaths per year due to drowning. Very tragic. And swimming is such a necessary skill because you never want to be limited. You want to have full accessibility to everything that's around you. That's if, say, you wanted to go on like a lake trip with your family, or you wanted to go to the pool with your siblings or your friends. Or it's even one of those videos on YouTube where the dog falls in the pool and the owner has to save them. You should be able to do all these things. With the skill of swimming, very important. So now, on to the next reason of why a swimming program should be implemented. There is no age limit on swimming. From 1-year-olds to 8-year-olds, everyone swims. And here's a funny story. So my brother, he used to work at the rec that I used to swim at. And he would be an instructor for water aerobics. And my mom at the time had very bad arthritis and sciatic problems. And so she would go to my brother's classes, and it was an all-women's class. And so she had a friend named Shannon, and Shannon would always sit right in front of my brother's stand while he instructed. And one day my mom took her spot, and she called her out and called her a cougar for hitting on her own son. She had to further explain that that was her son, and it was crazy of her to make those accusations. Shannon never got her spot back in front of my brother's post. So it just proves how universal swimming is. But on the note of water aerobics, according to Marson, published in 2017, swimming is a low-impact activity that could greatly benefit movement when struggling with arthritis and prevent excess straining on important muscles. That just goes to show that swimming is very beneficial to older people, and it's also just universal throughout all the ages. So now moving on to the next reason, that swimming focuses on mindfulness and tranquility. So according to Persuasive, published in 2024, swimming regulates your breathing, which can prevent hyperventilation and panic attacks. It's rhythmic breathing patterns that improves lung functioning and promotes relaxation, which also lowers your blood pressure and aids in detox. So overall, physical health, swimming is there. Mental health, it is also there because physical health is nothing without mental health, and mental health is nothing without physical health. So on that note, regardless of the school, if it's public or private, it should implement these swimming programs, as it'll be beneficial to a society at whole. To foster society with individual, self-sufficient people who can succeed at anything they put their minds to. Thank you.